hear you, and now they can see you.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here. This is the Creativity Show. I'm Clare Cooley, and I really appreciate you being here and telling friends about it. It's the gift-giving season, and what greater gift can we give ourselves than enjoying our own imaginations? And what greater gift for the world, for others, is sharing that with the people we care about and the world we care about. So today we are going to show you a quick little video of the holiday decor we've done around the Emerald Ladies. So we're starting here with the greeters. Right inside our front door are the Nutcracker Guardians, and Bodhi's had a love of nutcrackers ever since he was a little boy, so it's easy to just keep adding a new nutcracker every year to our collection, and I love that. And so we have nutcrackers from around the world, and here's the tree that is not never goes into the landfill or gets burned and pollutes the air, because it's a artificial tree we use every year. In fact, I have a guiding principle of not throwing away, not wasting anything. So I use the same bags and packaging every year, and nothing gets thrown away. We don't do the wrapping paper, trash ribbons. We just use these beautiful bags that you see hanging, not right now, but you will see as we pass the tree area, hanging from the railing up the stairs. And so I love using what I have, finding things in used stores. People give me things, all the pine cones that we did, those ornaments you just saw close up, my mother and my little sister made many years ago. So I love recreating in a different way with the same materials every season, and it always looks fresh and exciting, and I don't take it for granted because I keep arranging it differently. I don't do the same thing every season with it. So use what I have, try not to waste, use what I find, the pine cones in the backyard, use what people give me, because I like to be organized, and I love to create and challenge myself to create from what I'm given, what I find, what is economical. And so you get to see these ornaments done a different way.
I don't even have to do it. I got a picture.
I want a picture with my shoes on, if you don't mind. So as we go upstairs, we're going to see the guest room and the third floor, which is where we house creative retreat guests. See how that's fancied up for this gift-giving season. And I love what I heard Neil deGrasse Tyson say about art. Our creativity is what we alone can give to the world, which I have felt all my life. And, you know, the expression, they've got it down to a science. And the other side of that, he said, is they've raised it to an art. No one can give our perspective to the world but us. No one can share our stories through writing or painting or dance or music or whatever home decor. it's only us that can give that to the world. And so what a powerful gift for the world is to share. Well, for me, it's the beauty I see in nature, which inspires all of my art. And this series that this today is part of the grant I got. Thank you, Minnesota State Arts Board, for the grant to illustrate my life stories that I put into a memoir, that Incandescence Rising Above Darkness, because so many people ask me to, saying my stories help them heal and hope and find forgiveness and strength from the tough stuff. We all have to go through tough stuff. And so now I'm illustrating my life stories, which is an incredible challenge. And I'm loving rising to it. It was very intimidating. The idea, I've been inspired by nature all of my life, and to illustrate my own life stories seemed very daunting. Now I have embraced the challenge in it, and I'm on painting 2, which I'm going to work on as soon as this little video is wrapped up, which is coming up here. But as we come down the stairs, you're going to see the back of the holiday tree that has cards I made with my stencils. There was Bodhi in the mirror. That was nice. My my best creative.
Santa's little helper.
Ms. Claus. So we're going to go down the stairs here and see the back of the tree, which is decorated different than the front of the tree. We don't see them at the same time, so I gave myself permission to do that. And I used the 18 stencil flower designs that are on my Patreon for members. For no extra fee, they get these SVGs of the 18 flowers, which are also something I've used on clothing, like the outfit I'm wearing today. And every live stream I wear something I've stenciled just to show another use. There's the chrysanthemum right there. And it's the same as the one on the card at the top of the tree. And it can be used in art, which I've done, on walls, on platters, on furniture. So I love stencils because there's so many different uses, and we can use our own creativity.
All right, I'm going to turn that off because it ended there. But let me get the camera set, and then I'm going to go back into the office, and then it's all you.
Okay. And this camera is also...
That camera is on, and it will be able to show. Just give me 1 second, everybody.
All right. Bodhi's the technical master, and our different skill sets, hands-on everything, me, and technically facile Bodhi. He asked me to work with him years ago and named us Mother Son Productions. So here he is.
Hello. Oh, gotta fix the hair.
Oh, there you go. Nice. Okay. So now they can see this painting, and this is called Cloud Child, and it's the second in the series. The first is Primordial Potential, and it's a fetus in the center, the beginning of my life and the beginning, my storytelling of the universe. It was love, and that is what all spiritual religion practices have in common, is love. So why not just focus on that? I'm most interested in what we have in common, not our differences. I accept our differences as a beautiful thing. The healthiest environments have a lot of diversity, and so we should embrace our differences. But what we have in common can bring us together and promote peace in the world. And boy, do we need that always and forever. So I'm going to start. And you guys are welcome to ask questions, make comments. I'm very happy.
You've already got a question.
Okay, I want to say that I was very shy and intimidated about talking while working, but I'm getting over it. And so I'm happy to answer questions or reply to comments, whatever you guys want. Okay?
Great.
So I'm going to start putting feather veins in, or continue this painting by doing that. So
great. Well, they can see. So let's see. Maybe I'll even zoom this top camera in a little bit. Yeah. So you got a question. Do you do commissions?
yes, I love to do commissions. And I've done a number in my life, and it's a real gift to know someone wants to have my art in their environment. So I love to do commissions.
I'm going to put your email on the screen for people. Can you tell them about that?
Sure. Here's Bodhi's going to put up my email for people that have questions that they'd like to ask through email. He's going to put that up. And I'm going to continue with this feather veining. I love the meditative quality of painting, drawing, and I have realized something. It's always great. Real art is always new and different, unpredictable. A journey we've never been on before, and so we're going to see things and learn things, experience things we didn't know. And one of the things I've learned in these live streams is I can talk and work and stay in my peaceful place. That is one of the reasons I love creativity, and I love sharing it with others. As a creativity coach, I was asked to teach in my 20s, and I love to help people find their confidence to express their imaginations and to strengthen their connection to their imagination, because it's healing and it's life enhancing, and peaceful is a great thing to add to the world. Anybody that's doing work, activity that helps them be peaceful is giving a gift to the world. The more peace, the better. With peace, we can solve the other issues in the world. Without peace, we have to focus on creating peace. So if we have peace, we can work on all the other stuff that needs our attention, like, living in harmony with each other and the environment and all other life forms, all that good stuff that needs our attention.
Fantastic. And you got another question.
Yes.
How do you deal with energy vampires in the arts?
Well, energy vampires, people that drain us in the arts, in any circumstance. I have a life policy that has been hard won, which is nice or next. If people are not kind, move on. There's so many beautiful, encouraging, supportive people, and they're not always easy to find. And if we let people stop us on our development and quest to find those people, we may never find them. So it's extremely important to nice or next. And I'm going to sharpen this pencil, which is down here. And then I'm going to put this where I can reach it. Oops. So, yeah, and unfortunately, sometimes we have people that will drain us in our families, our friends, old friends, new friends, and it doesn't mean we have to be angry at them or hold a grudge, but if they drain us, it's our responsibility to not let our hope and positivity be drained by those who are competitive, not collaborative, by those who are, oops, broken lead, draining us instead of shoring us up. And there, oh, this pencil is, one of the things about these beautiful Prismacolor pencils I use is if they get dropped, they break inside. So I try to be very careful not to drop them and keep them from snapping when I sharpen them. But in a feather, you need nice, clean, sharp lines, so you need a sharp pencil. So we don't have to be angry at the people. We have to, love them up close for the people that have earned my trust, love them at arm's length for the people that I'm still vetting if they're trustworthy, and love them at a distance if they've demonstrated that they will drain me if I let them. But I don't want to hate anybody. And if they love themselves, they wouldn't be draining. So I hope that they do find love for themselves and stop passing on their insecurity by fear tries to control, love tries to support.
So if there's one message you would want people to take away from these live streams, what is it?
It's called the Creativity Show because creativity, in my humble opinion, is the thing. And Neil deGrasse Tyson agrees that no one else can share our creativity, our perspective, what we know, our story, what we've learned, and sharing that through creative works is a gift to the world, and it adds to culture and wisdom. And so whatever, even I've had times in my life where I had 5 minutes a day because I was taking care of both my nephews lived with me and my sickly mother, and I wasn't getting any assistance from anyone else to support the four of us. And so I only had 5 minutes a day for my art, but I used it instead of feeling sorry for myself that I only had 5 minutes a day or complaining that I only had 5 minutes a day. I used it and I kept going. So whatever time, whatever space, whatever materials, which is why I have so much creativity in my life ever since I was a little girl, whatever I have to work with, that's what I'll create with. Not wishing if only I had this, if only I had that, if I could afford to buy this or that. No, use what I have. If it's pine cones, make a beautiful hanging wreath around the front door, which we didn't show you today, but maybe next live stream. So whatever I have to work with, whatever I find, can afford, am given, and whatever time I have, use it. If we express an emotion, it stimulates our immune system. So creativity is the way to express any and every emotion respectfully without harming anyone. And so it heals us. And using it to enhance our lives with whatever we have gives us more peace and joy and makes our environments, our wardrobe, our homes, our workplaces, gifts for others. So creativity is extremely healing and life enhancing. And I hope everyone can find some time and place for it. And watch how little children are when they're playing creatively. They're in a state of joy. And the older we get, the more we need that, not the less. It's a long answer. My memoir has 68 pieces of my art in it because creativity and resting in nature, observing nature, is what got me through the difficulties in my life, which, some people, the judge who said her story is like the women on death row, how'd she turn out so nice? Well, there are plenty of people that have had rougher stories than mine. It's not a competition who's had it harder. We all have hard stuff to go through. How do we get through it? It's not what we got, in the family we were born into, the circumstance. It's what we do with it. And so I found rest in nature, and that's where I spent as much time as I could to get through the rest of it. And so that and creative expression to express the emotions that I needed to heal. That's, I guess, why 9 people in one day in my early 20s asked me to teach. They could see that. And so I wrote a curriculum called Dancing into the Arts. And I ended up being hired as an artist in residence and going to a different school every week. And then the mental hospital facility hired me, and drug rehabilitation centers and juvenile, crisis shelters. And because we all need it. We all need to let go of some stuff and to embrace the beauty in life. So there we go. So the message is be creative. Express what only you can. How's that?
That's fantastic.
It's a long answer, but it's an important question.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to keep asking you questions that cause you not to work on your art. It's so peaceful watching you do your art.
Good, I'll keep going. I do want to say that I also think doing any creative expression, whatever the medium, is loving ourselves and loving the world. And so that's kind of the essence of it. it's hopeful. It's, while we're doing it, it's like, of course we hope others will appreciate it, but we're really doing it for us because it feels good and it's peaceful. It's restorative.
Yeah, well, the actual question that you got in an email from one of your art patrons that inspired my previous question is, what's the message you want people to take away from your art?
Oh, from my art, that everything is connected, and we live in a universe full of beauty and mystery, and we're connected to it, and it's part of us, and we're part of it. And let us take care of what we can. Our environment, all the different beautiful creatures in it. We're not better than anyone or any other life form we're part of. So we're connected and to each other. We're all related. And we're all part of this mysterious universe. And let's care for ourselves and one another. And here in this illustrating my life story, this cloud child is a visual metaphor for how early in life I felt connected to nature and the cosmos and birds and feathers and clouds, and yeah.
Pencil down.
Pencil down.
I'll put it right here next to the other greens.
That'll work. Thank you very much.
Yeah. It's a feast of color for the eyes.
Well, that's how I decide what I'm going, the content of a painting, or which is a visual story, is based on what do I want the feeling. And the feeling is the abundance all around us. And so all the different colors are part of this incredible abundance that surrounds us. And no matter what we do or don't have as far as resources, we have an ability to appreciate the beauty, the intricacy, the mystery of nature and the cosmos. So all my life, even when I literally was homeless, people thought I was wealthy. I literally had 5 pieces of clothes, a flute, a journal, and my dried food that I traveled with because I was a vegetarian back before it was a popular thing. And so it was very hard for me to get food I could eat. So I carried my dried nuts and fruits and roasted soybeans for protein and such. But I had so little, but everybody thought I was wealthy. And it's taken me a long time to figure out why people have always thought I was wealthy. And it's because I have a wealth of imagination and an abundance of creative expressions, because it's what gives me happiness, and I deserve to be happy. I believe that we all should embrace that we deserve to be happy, especially if we do not willingly or carelessly cause other people unhappiness. We deserve to be happy. And so what makes us happy? What gives us joy? And for me, it's showing the beauty of nature and the cosmos and sharing what only I can share, which is my imagination. And it gives me a sense, a beautiful sense of purpose. And all right, I'm going to go for brown. And so all I knew is I wanted this cloud child, myself as a little person, to look safe and feel restful in this mysterious sky, and the happy making colors surrounding her, me, us. And my story, I feel like, is everybody's story. Anybody's story is everybody's story. We're all made of the same stuff and different combinations, but we're so much more alike than different.
So I'm gonna pop in on the screen here for a sec, and let me turn on my light. Gotta turn it up. I'll turn that on in a sec. Yeah, so her Patreon, I want to plug real quick, shameless plug. Let me turn on my, I've been told I need my ring light for professionalism. I'll be right back.
I thought it was on, but it's not.
Okay, I'm back. Much better. So, patreon.com/Clare Cooley. It's a great way to stay connected with her art. It's basically a newsletter you can join for free. and we're putting up her stencil designs. As you may have noticed if you were watching earlier, we had the tour of the Christmas decor, and the very same stencil design that she has on her outfit, her hand-painted outfit, was one of the stencils that she turned into an ornament to put on the tree. So they have so many cool uses. And also, her book, as you can tell, she's got quite a life story full of intrigue, inspiration, and not a zero amount of drama. It's a story of overcoming adversity and growing, and how she used creativity to overcome. And I think, it's a really fascinating exploration of how we can take our difficulties and turn them into gems, and in her case, turn it into beautiful art and a lifestyle of creativity. And it's really an adventure where the protagonist learns to use their imagination and creativity to deal with challenges in life, and how, as we can see, that obviously turned her into this extremely talented, prolific artist. And so I think that's a really hopeful, uplifting story, and that is called Incandescence: Rising Above Darkness, and it's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and you can order it through your favorite local bookstore. And if you want a signed copy, reach out to us. Clare Cooley collection@gmail.com. All right, I'm gonna turn it back to her, but I'm gonna ask a question real quick, which is, what is your favorite part about this process? And that question came from YouTube.
My favorite part is, this is me. Kind of goes without saying, everyone is themselves, but people have different ways of doing things. And my way is to, I start with, what is the feeling that I want to portray? And mystery, abundance, rest are the feelings I wanted in this piece of art. So my favorite part is watching what happens, because I don't try to control it. I'm along for the ride with my own creativity. I'm not I sketch the concept in my mind, and then I lay out the content of the subject matter with very, very few lines, and then I just go. And it's like a journey going someplace I've never been before. And so like right now, we have one feather left, because I feel like we're doing this together. And then I get to step back and see where I ended up on the way to sharing the inspiration, which is turn my stories into paintings, visual metaphors. And I get it, obviously, to give myself permission for it to be the way makes sense to me. So my favorite part is watching the mystery unfold. Like, I didn't know until I started today that these feathers, they're going to need a little bit more, but they're very close to done because they're just light and I can feel them floating.
Sue Spencer sent us stars on Facebook. Thank you so much, Sue.
Thank you, Sue. Always great to be connected with you. And
Hi, Sue. Hope you're doing good. She said, beautiful colors. Yes, and incredible abundance among us. Love you and your stories. Thank you for sharing your imagination. Thank you, Sue.
thank you. And Sue shares her beautiful creativity and love through her music and through everything she does, but incredible musician and beautiful stuff that she creates and shares with the world. So I think Cloud Child, the cloud and the child, I will do in front of the camera on the next live stream, which will be Wednesday at noon. What's our time?
12:41.
Okay, so we have some time. I'm also going to do some vein down the middle of the feathers with white acrylic, because it'll be somewhat three-dimensional with the acrylic, not watercolor, and give it a different kind of white than the white that's in the sky. And I think that'll be beautiful. And I'm also probably going to use the acrylic, maybe a little silver in the cloud. The last thing, I heard a Chinese master painter who said that he always waited to do the eye last in his pieces if there was a creature that had an eye or a person, because if he did the eye and it was real, it would fly off the page. Maybe he was talking about a bird. But I like to save the face, the eye, the cloud child for last, and think about, you know, the different ways I could make her gold or silver or pink or white or brown. Brown is the most common pigment on the planet, and I was born in this country, but I've been guessed to be, just about every nationality, except for American, British, which is really funny because I have Irish, and a cousin says we have British ancestry. I don't know. I've never done the tests. I feel like a world citizen, a cosmic citizen. And so I don't really care what particular part my ancestors, we all came from the heart of stars. All the elements that make life, that make our bodies. So I'm going all the way back to that. And so it doesn't really matter, but I've been guessed as so many different nationalities. So she might end up a little olive skinned, but we'll see. I like answering the question. My favorite part is exploring and letting my instincts tell me what to do next, and then see what happens. So there we go. Shall I hold this up next to me?
Yeah. All right. Really nice.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you telling friends, and if they can't be here noon Wednesday and Sundays for the live part, you can see these anytime after. They're on the Creativity Show, and as well as all the ones I've done before this, which are so many different kinds of creativity represented there. And I hope you enjoy your creativity and share it with others. What a beautiful gift it is to give to the world. So this is the gift giving season. So are we good? Is that a wrap?
That is totally up to you.
Yeah. Any more questions before we sign off?
What are you doing for the holidays?
We're going to be doing a show at ACO next Saturday. there's a gift fair at ACO. We're going to be having some cousins over for the Giving Thanks Day. We're going to be continuing making gifts, which is what I love to do for the people in my life.
Great. And Sue Spencer said, thanks for the creativity show.
Thank you, Sue. Thanks for being such a supportive. Thank you for all your help. For Bodie's creativity as a movie maker, for his Girl Scout and Tomboy movie recently. Thanks for housing the actor and her dad, and thanks for picking up the lunches and contributing food and all your generosity and loving, supportive energy. We really appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Sue.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Love to you. Love to you all. See you Wednesday.